Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. This is part 3 of the Introduction to the Quran Morphology website. Today we are going to focus on the divine attributes or Asma-al-Husna. Allah uses 3 titles for himself in the Quran, namely Allah, Ar-Rahman and Rabb. The 3 pronouns used by Allah are Nahnu, we, Ana, I, and Huwa, he. The ayahs that these are mentioned in are right here. Over here we have some statistics on the names and attributes of Allah across the Quran. So in Al-Baqarah we have 25 unique names of Allah mentioned, but the total names mentioned are 101. Here is a list of all the attributes of Allah that are tagged from the Quran. Ar-Rahman is the first attribute in the order of the Quran, and As-Samad is the last attribute mentioned in the Quran. Over here we see the frequency of or number of occurrences of Ar-Rahman occurs 57 times. At-Tawwab occurs 11 times in Quran. I can filter this by surah as well. So Al-Fatiha has these 3 attributes, and Al-Baqarah has these attributes. I can also sort them by order, text, or frequency. Over here I can see the frequency of each attribute per surah. If I want to focus on a specific attribute, I can click here or on this Al-Basir. Al-Basir occurs 42 times in the Quran in 42 ayahs across 25 different surahs. The first tab shows the word forms that Al-Basir occurs in. So Al-Basir appears as Al-Basir, Basira, or Basirun. The second tab shows all 42 ayahs that Al-Basir attribute occurs in. I can filter and see those 4 ayahs that has Al-Basir. If I want to remove the filter, I can just do so. Over here we have the pairings of an attribute. So Al-Basir attribute is paired with 2 other attributes in the Quran, 10 times as As-Sami'ul Basir and 5 times as Al-Khabirul Basir. Over here we have the 25 surahs that Al-Basir appears in with its respective count. And finally, collocations. So Al-Basir occurs with 4 different collocations. So it has As-Sami', which it's paired with, Al-Khabir, which it's paired with, and then some non-pairings like Ash-Shahid and Ar-Rahman. So for example, if we filter by Ar-Rahman, we can see that Illa Ar-Rahmanu innahu bikulli shayin basir. So Al-Basir attributes is present, but it also has Ar-Rahman as an attribute in the same ayah. But if we look at a pairing, so for example, Al-Khabir al-Basir, then this is a pairing. So it's Khabir and Basira, Khabir and Basira. We can also note that there are these patterns in the Quran that we can observe. So for example, the Khabir and Basira pattern or pairing occurs 5 times in the Quran. And if we look at the ayah, each time it comes with ibadihi, so with his servants or his wayfarers. QuranMorphology.com does not provide any interpretation. It's just a tool to study and explore the Quran and find these patterns and ask Allah to give us wisdom and guidance. Thank you so much for listening. Salamun alaikum.